As a kid, maybe you heard the two stories about boys and giants, Jack and the Beanstalk and David and Goliath. In both stories, the hero is the little guy, the underdog. In both stories, they are confronted with a big ugly giant. Both David and Jack are likely to become wealthy heroes if they defeat the giant. Jack will get the goose who laid the golden eggs. David will get to marry the princess, be best friends with the prince, and maybe be king one day. Both stories carry lessons for life, like don't judge a book by its cover and don't underestimate the little guy. In every society, down through history, the storytellers were always preachers and prophets. The stories they told were legends, myths, and fairy tales. Very often the stories had magical elements. A fairy godmother, a witch, or a wizard would appear to help or hinder the hero. These stories help to unify the community, teach life lessons, and open the child's heart and mind to wonder at the world and the mysterious workings of the greater power. Because there are miracles in the Bible stories, many modern people treat them the same as fairy tales. Let's face it, the Christmas story with singing angels, magic wizards, and a magical star seems just like a fantasy story. Jack and the Beanstalk and David and Goliath are put into the same category. The angel coming to the Virgin Mary sounds like the fairy godmother helping Cinderella. They're beautiful stories, and even if we're believers, we sometimes think maybe they're too perfect to be real. There are many folk tales that resemble the stories in the Bible. They deal with a lot of the same stuff. Now look, the human imagination created religious text. We don't normally search for rhyme or reason in mythology. We have fragments of old stories about various gods and heroes put together with good intentions in the best case, or with desire to put down the next tribe and its traditions at the worst. The notion that there is any reality behind these kinds of text is naive. All religions are created equal. There are thousands of equally fictional myths. Whether the source is Judaic or Islamic or Buddhist or Hindu or Chinese or any other religion, all stories about the judges, Solomon, the conquest of Canaan, Abraham, the Exodus, Saul, David, Joshua, Adam, Eve, Muhammad, Jacob, Moses, Buddha, Krishna, Zeus, Osiris, or even some of the Jesus narratives are all human enhanced. However, the human imagination is quite limited. That is why we find the same themes and miracle stories repeated and recycled all over the world. Again, there are biblical stories that are exactly like how we would define a fairy tale. Like the Garden of Eden, Noah's Ark, Jonah and the whale, Daniel in the lion's den, and 5 loaves and 2 fishes. On and on and on. This is all because religion does not sell without sparkle. And these authors clearly added sparkle to their stories. These were the stories that we heard when we were kids in Sunday school. They came with cute little songs that got stuck in our heads. This was our introduction to fate. It would be really interesting to take all the magic and superstition out of the Bible and see how much was actually left. From what I've read, even the historical accounts in the Torah were either widely embellished or fabricated entirely based on contrasting historical evidence from surrounding civilizations, like Egypt and Babylon. Now to finish, you asked, why do so many consider the Bible tells fairy tales? Well, look at the opening. Once upon a time, God created the heavens and the earth. This is followed by a creation story that would make Mother Goose blush, followed by a talking snake in a garden. How is this not fairy tale? Now, y'all have a great day.